I've been hearing this all the fucking time. Let me tell you the straight up the truth. Zach do not own Travel Channel or Discovery Plus. He can't cancel people's shows. If they can, then anybody else can. But listen this straight up. I'm getting the puzzles not putting together right. It's not sticking, okay? It's not sticking. It's not fitting, okay? The way people are saying about Nick. Well, I went to one of his live before. And I have seen a lot of people sitting there asking questions to Nick. Golf. One of them sitting there saying, are you friends? Are you still talking to Zach? Are you still friends with Zach? Are you still what, ma'am? Or something like that. And he says, yes, I'm still friends with Zach. And yes, we still talk. I called him. He called me. That's what he said in his whatever he's at. It has weights and the floors is gray, floor, whatever, black. And the walls white. Yeah, he was in his house to saying all this stuff. And I think that stop. I think the other people needs to get on there and say, "Hey, that's not true. What you said to the fans." And now he has beef with Zach, and he's putting fingers to Zach to cancel his show. No, Zach is not a higher power to do that. He's the boss on the Ghost Adventure. Yeah. He's not the boss on Travel Channel or Discovery Plus. And plus, they count. They count how many people watch the show. If they don't like the show, they will end up changing. I'm cold. They will end up changing it. It's the same way with anywhere you go to. The Travel Channel, Discovery, the plus, whatever you want to call it. And YouTube and anywhere you go, it's gonna have people they count people's who truly watch. They count on that and they keep it on that. If you up, you're up. That's how Zach is. My scars. Um, you're up, you're up. And you keep your show. If you're that way down on the board, because they got boards to the shows. If you're down, well, sweetie, your show's going to be canceled with Big Man who owns the show. And that's how it goes in life. If your show's not that good on the TV show, it's not going to do good anywhere. Because they're going to click it like, oh, this is boring. No, I'm going to watch that. Don't point at him. And Nick, I see what people are saying. Clearly saying. And when they say move on, That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about Fantasia, stop! Baby girl, get over here. Baby girl, get over here. They're just barking Papa. Or poking. Hang on. I'll be back. Damn it. Get on. She's gonna do. All right. Y'all good. Okay. Like I'm saying, Zach is not a hire people on Travel Channel and Discovery Plus. I said, yay, me. Discovery Plus. And you wanted to put a finger on something? Because I'm putting the puzzle. Sorry. My dad called me and went outside and need help to get my dog back on the chain. We're fixing the fence. The higher guy who owns those channels. Zach didn't do it. And people fit what Dustin Dakota said. Ugh, he has the same name as my nephew. Dakota said, no. Where is my tissue? Dakota said it's not Zach. Canceled his show at all. That's what Dakota said. Are y'all sitting there saying he's opposed? No. He's sitting there saying Zach didn't do all that. It's somebody else is doing that. Somebody else that's in Zach's team. He don't know who it was. And I think it's somebody he's been talking to. Or is it was Zach's team? And a lot of it that Nick has told is not true. Because the fans of Zach told me how he got fired. He was talking to the fans about the show that had not been on the air yet. And this is what I'm getting. And Zach said, hey, you shouldn't tell the people that what we're doing. It's wrong because it's not on the air yet. And then when Zach tells people that, they don't want to watch the show because they already know. So, and he probably told the people like he did with Zach. And this is what I get from other people that knows more and more. And they said that is true. The team says that's true. And they said the Travel Channel asked to Zach, do you want to fire him because what he just did? And he's not supposed to be saying that. The big boss man said that. And he said yes. And they fired him on the spot. If you don't believe that, then ask them pointing fingers and believe one story and another story. Because that one guy that has this film have not met Zach, had not talked to Zach, and they didn't meet the face to face. And how does Zach know him? Only he knows is Nick. And this is what I'm getting the story. Nick's trying to get back at Zach because he fired him on the spot. That's what he said. Wow. Don't tell him what y'all doing and you'll be fine. And you'll have more fans. But they go by board. They go by boards. And if Zach's up and you're down here, like I can't do it. If you're up instead of down here, down here on the bottom, you're fine. Quit. You're fine. But if you're on the bottom, you're not fine. And that's Big Boss Man who owned everything. What you own sees that. They had a board knows who's watching what. How many people watching their show. If your show's that great like that, you keep your show going. See what I'm saying? And people who did this show on the YouTube need to go to the fence. Because the fence know more than anything else. And plus, everything's on the news and everything all, yeah. We don't believe in that. Because they all go by the news. Y'all go by the a story, what other people are saying. You don't know it's true or a lie. But I think the color don't tell a lie, though. But he said he do not know who canceled his show. Y'all need to listen at the end what he said. He do not know who canceled his show. Nick need to listen too. Face attention. I'm not putting nobody down, but I'm telling you the truth. Zach ain't the big boss man. Yeah. Who's on that show is the big boss man. And all the cameras that follows you and people works with your show, he owns them. And that's what he says. All the cameras and people that follows you, those my workers, those my cameras, you can't take them. If you do, you get a big fine or go to jail. There's a choice. I now have the camera people do work. Because it's just like people who created a video on a movie, they or like a show, they own people who works for them, not the actor, the cameras, the film, the speaker man, all of them, they own them. I got dirt all over my hands. They own them. And plus, y'all don't listen what people are saying. I twisted it around. And I know y'all going to twist around what I'm saying. I'm not putting Zach down. I'm not putting Nick down. It's nobody's fault, but how many people are watching their show? They got boards, people. The people hire people who own the Travel Channel and Discovery Plus. And that's my dad. And he's not right in the head since he had that heat stroke. And he hit his head. And plus, it's not Zach. Zach's not a hired guy to do that. He's an actor. And he's a boss who he teamed up with. Not the boss on the cameras and people the hireman does. And he can fire them. And that's what he's talking about. People are talking about. And the hire people ask Zach, do you want to fire him? And if you want to fire him, I will fire him. Let me tell you this. Nick needs to stop blaming on Zach because that's what he's doing, is putting fingers on Zach. And the people are sitting there saying, I know this is recording also. People are saying that Nick got fired. He didn't quit. He got fired. And he's twisting a lot of people's words too. Like Dakota. Y'all need to face attention what Dakota says. And listen what Dakota said. Don't listen the part you want to listen. Listen the whole thing of the video what Dakota said. Dakota said he did not know it was Zach. He did not know Zach is canceled his show. And they asked him, are you friends with Zach? And he said, no, we're not friends. But we did not talk. If he wants to be friends, he can come to the Dakota and hey, I'm not canceling your show. Zach will tell you straight up, I'm not canceling your show. And that's what Zach's telling Nick. I didn't cancel your show. And man, you got fired. You didn't quit. Nick is telling a lie. And how's Zach wearing his life? No, Zach didn't wear in his life. You had to get better team to do your show. And that's when you went to your brother or your cousin, whatever, your family, to help you out. And he said your show's doing good and fine. Why you bringing all this up? Dakota didn't bring nothing up. Dakota said it's not Zach. It's not Zach. Listen that part. Go over the Dakota's video. Many times he's sitting there saying it's not Zach. He said it twice. You okay? We needed to do some more breathing. Now you're gonna leave, huh? When I said breathing machine. Well, you had to take it. You have an asthma. Silly. And yeah. And it's not Zach. Zach's not a higher power. He's not on the Travel Channel or Discovery Channel. I'm saying Disney. Discovery Channel Plus. Discovery Channel and Travel Channel are the same. That's why it's yeah. It's the same person who owns it. And Nick's trying to put there, Zach, own that, this and this. No. Let me tell you this. If it's Zach's own it, you won't be back to it. And plus, you're not on the Travel Channel. You're on the now it's out of my head. I had it on my tongue. Discovery Channel Plus. But they're team up. Get me? The higher power of people can do that. Not the actor. So don't blame the actor on everything. And I know they're going to sit there saying, you don't blame on nobody, but you need to look yourself. One reason your channels is not getting higher because you have less people watching your show. I stopped watching it. Because you know why? There wasn't a lot of people watching it. And I have to love and care, peace.